In order to build more conviction for the trade idea, using the six sister approach can help you identify which market you will need to trade with correlation. So in today's video, I'll show you how to use that. But the difference between SMT and six sister is the approach that is going to try to do it later, and you want to put your focus on the weaker one. Six sister opportunity will see a move that hasn't transpired yet on one asset or correlated market, meeting or exceeding an old high or an old low. And usually we use three markets. So we have the S&P right here, we have NASDAQ, and then we have Dow Jones right here. And why we use three markets to spot out the one that isn't in correlation. Basically, it's the weaker one is lagging and which ones are leading. So, and using three markets is ideal for an SMT divergence also, but you can have two markets for an SMT. But for me, I just prefer using the six sister with three markets. I think is more ideal. And when bullish, we're looking for the one that is making a lower low. So here is a perfect example. Whenever we are bullish, SMT is right here. So you can see all of them made a higher high. All of them made a higher high, while Dow Jones made a lower low. So whenever you see that happen, that is a cracking correlation. That is an SMT divergence, but it also is a six sister approach because Dow Jones has yet to catch up and make that higher high, while these already are breaking structure. This one has already broken structure right here, and this one broke it as soon as we broke up. That one already broke it, while this one was still barely moving back up. And then this one too over here, this high up here, it broke it as soon as we went up from that candle. So whenever you see these highs getting taken out and you see this one making lower lows, and then you see us continuing up, having that break of structure and continuing up, this is not a liquidity sweep. A liquidity sweep is, you need to know where the drawn liquidity is. This is on a 15-minute time frame. I bet, it'll probably be on a higher time frame because you can see we continued up. So I feel like a liquidity sweep would have to be this right here. This would be your liquidity sweep because overall, we're bullish. This is not a market structure shift, in my opinion, because these two other correlated markets or assets are pushing us up. They're pushing us up. This one is lagging. This one is taking out all the sell stops, and it's building orders to go up. And it's having that market maker, fractal market maker buy model here. You can go to drop down to the 1 minute. This is what I would do. I'll drop down to the 1 minute. I'll look for a change in the state of delivery or a market structure shift inside internal, or I'll look for three PD arrays, three bearish ones to get broken through, and then eventually switch the order flow, and then eventually I'll go along using that SMT or the six sister approach here. This is the most simple terms I can explain it. I don't think I can explain it in any more terms. It's really just, I think this is a six sister mixed with a SMT, but six sister, you're usually looking for the one that is failed to make a higher or lower low, which is typically an SMT, but six sister approaches that is going to try to do it later, and you want to put your focus on the weaker one. That is all it is. It's a difference between them, and this is the weaker one right here. It's going to try to take out that high up there and have a market structure shift, and it does that eventually. That's where you put your focus on. As soon as this candle right here and this candle up here go and break structure, where they go take out that high and then they eventually break structure, you're going to want to put your focus on Dow Jones. Like it's lagging, it's failing, but the other two markets are pushing up. These other two markets are going up and they're already breaking structure. You're going to want to put your focus on there from this candle right here. As soon as you see that happen, this one's lagging, you can enter a trade as soon as possible, or you can go drop down to the 1 minute and find a trade idea as soon as possible there. It can be on any time frame. I'm using the 15-minute because I feel like it's a lot more easier to find them. So we're going to go to a bearish scenario, and I'm going to show you guys, the bearish scenario. It's different than the bullish. I won't lie. For the bullish, you're going to have higher highs, then you're going to have one that's making a higher low. But for the bearish scenario, it's a lot more different. And I'll explain that right now. All right, this is going to be a bearish scenario. I'm going to show you guys how you use it on a bearish scenario. When we are bearish, we look for the one that is making lower highs. We look for lower highs. What is a lower high? This is a lower high right here. It's a high, and then we eventually make a lower one like that. That is all it is. We look for a lower high. When we're a bullish, we look for one that is making a lower low, and then eventually we catch back up. That's all it is, basically. Simple as that. We look for the ones that are lagging behind. Well, why? And not the higher highs. Why we look for ones that are making lower highs, not the higher highs when we're bearish? It's because we're looking for that break or that cracking correlation, and we're looking for it to drop and be the leading one while the other two catch up. That's the main reason why. When we're bullish, we look for the lagging one, but for me, whenever we're bearish, we look for the one that's leading in the correlation, and that is bound to drop as soon as possible. So here you can see SMT right here, and you can see SPX is making that higher high, while NQ over here is making a lower high. Right here you can see this one just making higher highs too. You know, this one's just bullish straight market structure, bullish market structure. You know, these down close candles are getting respected. And then eventually you see that cracking correlation. As soon as NQ starts to drop, everything else starts to drop. As soon as that, you know, you can see here, this one, so these two took it out on this candle right here and this candle, while this one took it out on this candle. So it was like candle after for this one. That is typical, you know, it's going to be like that sometimes. But here, I don't think you would have a six sister approach, because there isn't one that's lagging behind, in my opinion. You know, all of them dropped at the same time. So this wouldn't be more of a six sister, but this would be kind of a SMT divergence. You know, none of them were lagging behind. All of them dropped at the same time. All right, so this is going to be the bearish six sister approach, but I guess the SMT correlation here isn't the best, in my opinion. I would have wanted Dow Jones to make the lower highs while these two make the higher highs, but NQ was the one to make it. But you can see, you know, Dow Jones, we're still yet to take out this low, while NQ and SPX has already taken out the lows. So I'm just waiting for that. And we already had a break in market structure. You can see that, while this one is still yet to have that break in market structure, lagging behind and needs to drop a little bit more further if we do want to continue to be bearish. And this is like the most recent scenario, you know, this is like today, basically. In this approach, I would wait for, you know, again, another fractal. This is on the hourly. I would wait for like a 15-minute SMT divergence, you know, this one to make higher highs, while this one makes lower highs, and then eventually we're going to target this low that is still yet to have the market structure shift. One is lagging behind while the other two are already ahead and leading. That's all it is. You can use the SMT divergence to help you a little bit further, but for the six sister approach is mainly focused on which one is lagging and needs to catch up. That's all you do for the six sister approach. Here's another bearish scenario here. You can see that pretty clearly. This one was making lower highs, and this one made higher highs. You know, whenever there's a crack in correlation, as long as two markets are in the same correlation and one breaks it, the third one, that's, you know, your SMT divergence there. And again here, these already broke this low while this one was still up here, and then eventually it catches up. That's how you want to use SMT divergence with the six sister approach. You're going to wait for the one that is lagging behind to eventually catch up to the leading ones. Yeah, I know this one made lower highs, and I said you have to make higher highs and then eventually breaks. You can use it the opposite way whenever you're using the six sister approach with SMT divergence, using the correlation, seeing which one is, you know, lagging behind. I think that's very important, you know. Again, when using the six sister approach, correlation makes it easier to trade. If you understand that, then I recommend you watch the Market Maker X model video to add more to your trade idea to increase your win rate. And until then, I'll see you next time.